When the Bank of Industry says that you can enjoy from their facility, whether you're a resident in the urban area or in the rural area, it's not a joke. That's why this episode of BOI Weekly begins here in Ijayorile community in Akinyele local government area of Oyo State. Behind me is a cooperative very far inside the village, and they are into turning cassava into gari, which is one of the staple foods of Nigerians, and they have the backing of the Bank of Industry. That's why BOI Weekly begins here on this episode.
It has come to the notice of the management of Bank of Industry, BOI, that some unscrupulous persons are defrauding the general public by claiming to be the bank's agents. BOI insists that it does not engage persons or organizations as its agent to sell application forms or receive completed loan applications on its behalf. If you are a genuine entrepreneur and prospective customer, please freely walk into any of BOI's zonal offices nearest to you and obtain the application forms and list of requirements for accessing loans directly, free of all charges. You can also visit our website and social media platforms for other details. For more information, call our head office in Lagos 01271 5070-99 or Abuja Corporate Office 080-7399-0022 www.boinigeria.com.
Officials of the Oyo State government in the company of representatives of the Bank of Industry have come to check up on one of their investments, Agbeloba Ijayorile Farmers Multipurpose Cooperative. 70-year-old farmer Mr. Downs Imuradeyo is the president of the cooperative. He finds pleasure in his work and has chosen to focus on processing of cassava. The raw material is planted around in the state and is one of their crops. This means access to the raw material is not a problem at all. Once it's brought here, the processing begins with peeling, a section which has kept the elderly women in the community busy and helped them earn a living.
After peeling, washing, you wash them. From washing to grinder.
The grinding machine is one of the benefits of the cooperative from the partnership between the Bank of Industry and Oyo State government, a very necessary equipment in this line of work.
When we are doing it in a primitive way, we didn't get on like this. But now we are modernized. We give thanks to our BOI, Oyo State government, federal government for bringing this thing to us. And we are one of the beneficiaries. We thank God. We are one of the beneficiaries for this thing. So we thank God and the government.
The paste, which is the product of the grinding, has to be dried, so it's packed in sacks and left for a few days, after which it goes through the presser. At the end of this process, the grain is almost totally dry and ready for the final phase. This phase begins with the making of fire, in this case with firewood, under a large pan. When the surface is hot, the grain is poured in and stirred until it's totally dry. And in this vicinity, it's white gari that sells.
Simply because people prefer it to colored one. That's why. And we are used to it.
Mr. Downsy says they produce 30 bags of gari every week, and every bag is sold out by the end of the week. It's obviously a business he has no regrets starting. From Akinyele local government area, we are now in Lagelu local government area, still in Oyo State. This episode of BOI Weekly is really a tour of the state. Let's see what Lakan Investment has to offer. Lakan Investments Nigeria Limited is located in Agric area of Lagelu local government area. From the door, their business is glaring.
We process the palm kernel nuts into oil. So this oil is being converted into vegetable oil by bigger companies. And the cake that we are seeing is being used for by poultry farmers and others.
The palm fruit, which is their raw material, is one of the crops of Oyo State and neighboring Osun. This makes it accessible for production, although not all through the year.
Well, by next month, we'll be going as far as Ondo State, Benin, Akwa Ibom and others, because it is seasonal. So by the time it's ending here, it starts somewhere else. That's how it goes all around the year. It might increase the cost, but that is where we get the materials which we use. And you know, as we buy it, it's the way we sell.
For 8 years now, Mr. Amusat Akombi, the chairman of the company, has been producing about 10 tons of the oil weekly with no problem disposing them.
The product is very much in demand because once you finish it here now, within the next 24 hours or 48 hours, you have your money. It's a very good business. The only problem is the capital to do it.
In spite of this capital issue, Mr. Akombi still has many reasons to smile.
The Bank of Industry has helped us to procure some machines and a generator. So this has helped us to grow because we had only one machine before. Now we are having 3 crushing machines, 2 dryers, and a 125 kV generator. So life is good. So we appreciate the Oyo State government and the Bank of Industry.
In the same line of work in Balogun village in Akinyele local government area, Mr. Olatunde Adigun runs Duke's Agro Resources. But unfortunately, he's yet to get delivery of his generator and national power supply is unavailable at the moment. However, evidently his equipment are functional and the production process is not strange to him.
When we take delivery of the palm kernel, it goes through drying. After the drying, we now take it to the expeller. We get the oil and the cake. After that, we allow the oil to settle for some time. Then we scoop it and get it ready in the drums. Then the palm kernel cake we package to 40 kg for the buyers. In fact, most of the time they just call before you are ready. That is the oil ready, is the cake ready. They are already buyers. They come here and pick it and pick them, the oil and the cake.
He explains to us why he thinks the palm kernel processing business seems to be in vogue.
What I think is happening is, you know, the oil, apart from being refined, we have a major refinery in Ibadan, 2 major refineries. They refine the crude. They are also crushing palm kernel, but besides that, they buy from small crushers like us. They process the oil into edible form. That's the major one reason. Then the other reason why I think some detergent making companies, they also use it. Then the cake is used as livestock feed. You know, everything that is repetitive, it always moves because they are consuming, animals are consuming the piggery, poultry, and even they use it in fishery. So as they are consuming, you know, just like you are selling recharge car or you are buying fuel for your car, it gets exhausted, you demand for more.
It has come to the notice of the management of Bank of Industry (BOI) that some unscrupulous persons are defrauding the general public by claiming to be the bank's agents. BOI insists that it does not engage persons or organizations as its agent to sell application forms or receive completed loan applications on its behalf. If you are a genuine entrepreneur and prospective customer, please freely walk into any of BOI's zonal offices nearest to you and obtain the application forms and list of requirements for accessing loans directly, free of all charges. You can also visit our website and social media platforms for other details. For more information, call our head office in Lagos 012715070-99 or Abuja Corporate Office 08073990022 www.boinigeria.com.